I was employed at a financial company in New York City alongside many bright individuals, and I had a fantastic boss whom I greatly respected. One day, I approached my boss and shared my plan to create a company that sells books online. He took me for a long walk in Central Park, listened to me attentively, and eventually said that it sounded like a really good idea, but it would be even better for someone who didn't already have a good job. You can have a job, a career, or a calling, and if you can somehow figure out how to have a calling, you've struck gold because that's a significant achievement. I met Jeff Bezos 25 years ago, and he said to me, "Dave, I want you to invest in my company." I asked him what he was doing, and he replied, "I'm going to start a bookstore in my garage. I'll set it up online for people to buy, and I'll ship the books from my garage. But if you invest in me, Dave, someday I'm going to be the richest man in the world, and I'll make over $100 billion. First of all, back then, there was no such thing as $100 billion. Statistically, it didn't exist. Countries didn't even reach that amount. Our national debt wasn't $100 billion, and this guy, at 26 years old, is telling me he's going to become the wealthiest person in the world because he has a garage and the internet. That was his reality. Did he know? No, but he didn't realize it, and neither did I. The difference between him and me is that I was laughing, mocking, and joking about his idea, while he was already cheering himself on, convinced he was on the right track at the right time. He was determined to make as much as he could as fast as possible, while I thought there was no way this could turn into a big business. I advise to pursue what you're genuinely passionate about and not to chase the current trendy passion. In that context, I had a tough choice to make, but ultimately I concluded that I had to give it a try. I didn't think I would regret trying and failing, but I suspected I would always be troubled by the choice not to try at all. After much thought, I chose the less secure route to follow my passion, and I take pride in that decision. As a young boy, I had been a garage inventor. I created an automatic gate closer from cement-filled tires, a solar cooker that didn't work well using an umbrella and aluminum foil, and alarm systems to trap my siblings. I had always aspired to be an inventor. The military saying, "Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast," is something I deeply appreciate, as I have observed its truth in every endeavor I have undertaken. It's the kind of principle that truly enables you to progress. We all receive certain gifts in life that we should seize. My advice regarding adversity and success would be to be proud, not of your gifts, but of your hard work and the decisions you make. You may possess gifts like being good at math, which might come easily to you, but practicing that math and advancing it can be very challenging and demanding, and that effort is a choice. You can't take pride in your gifts because they are given to you, but you can be grateful for them and thankful for the opportunities they bring. It's your decisions, the choice to work hard, and the willingness to tackle tough challenges that you can take pride in. Each of us can shape our life stories through our choices, and it's those choices that define who we are, rather than the gifts we possess. Everyone in this room has numerous gifts. I have many gifts myself, but you can only take pride in your decisions since those are the actions you are accountable for. One of the most essential choices each of us faces is whether to pursue a comfortable and easy life or a life filled with service and adventure. When you reach 80 years old, which path do you think you'll be more proud of? You'll likely be prouder of having chosen a life of service and adventure. There has never been a better time to be alive. The inspiration flowing from the world around us is incredible. The pace of change, innovation, and opportunity is remarkable. The life you create on your own starts now. How will you utilize your gifts? What choices will you make? Will you let inertia guide you, or will you chase your passions? Will you adhere to tradition, or will you be original? Will you select a life of comfort or one rich in service and adventure? When faced with criticism, will you falter, or will you adhere to your beliefs? Will you pretend everything is fine when you're wrong, or will you offer an apology? Will you protect your heart from rejection, or act when you fall in love? Will you play it safe or embrace a little risk when times are tough? Will you give up or remain relentless? Will you be cynical, or will you be a builder? Will you outsmart others at their expense, or will you be kind? Every time you find a way to provide tools and services that empower others to unleash their creativity, you are onto something significant. You're fortunate if you have a career, as many people end up with just a job. If you don't love what you do, you won't excel at it. All the great thinkers from history, Mark Twain, Galileo, Newton, and others, would have desired to be alive right now. As a civilization, we have so many gifts, just as you as individuals possess several unique gifts. As you sit here before me, how will you utilize these gifts? Will you take pride in your talents or in the decisions you've made?